Hey there you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a makeup tutorial and it is very glam, very sparkly eyes, lots of glitter. We love that over here. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this look, please keep watching. So starting off on our eyes, I'm taking the Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette and I'm taking Matte Aura on a small shader brush and I'm applying that all over my lid from lash line to brow bone just to set any oils that we may have on the eyes and cancel out any veins. And then I'm taking Matte Soothe shade and I'm applying that to my crease with some Morphe blending brush. And this is going to be our transition shade for our crease and for any darker shades and the glitter that we're going to use later. Then with a smaller blending brush, I'm taking Matte Ritual from the palette and I'm mainly applying that on the outer corners of the eyes and working it somewhat into the crease, and this will just start deepening up our eyes and adding a little bit more dimension to our eyeshadows. Then with a really small and dense shader brush, I'm taking Matte Memory from the eyeshadow palette and this is going to go on the outer corners of the eyes. And if you notice, I'm really working this into the lash line because I wanted to create that sort of almond eye shape with the eyeshadows. And then I used the blending brush that we had before with a little bit of Matte Ritual on it just to help blend out that black shade. I like to work with, black eyeshadows really, I like to layer them just because if you go in too harsh with a lot of product in one shot, it can get patchy and muddy. So I like to just start off with a little bit of black and then blend it out, and then if I want it darker, add a little bit more and layer it on like that instead. And as you can see, we're getting really smoky over here on the outer corners of the eyes. Then I'm taking a Shimmer Aura and I'm applying that with my finger all over my mobile lid. This is going to be the base for our glitter just because glitter doesn't really have anything in the background. So I think it's nice to add like a shimmer shade under your glitter. It just adds a little something extra. And then I'm taking Glitter Aura on my finger as well because I feel like this is the best way to apply glitter. And I'm applying that right over the shimmer shade that we had applied and taking a small blending brush over the edges as well just to make sure that everything is nice and blended together. And these glitters are really beautiful, you guys. They have so many reflex to it and I feel like they do have fallout, but I feel like that's everything. That's all kind of glitters. Glitter just always has fallout, and I was picking glitter out of my lashes for the next week after filming this look, but it's worth it, Then I'm taking Matte Memory on an angled brush and I'm just using that as my eyeliner on my top lash line as well as in my tight line and waterline of my eyes to add some depth to our lashes. Then for the skin, I'm taking Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Erasing Primer all over the T-zone of my face wherever I have larger pores. I did moisturize before my makeup, so that is going to help hydrate the face as well for our base. Then I'm taking Face Atelier Pro Foundation and I'm taking that on an IT Cosmetics flat foundation brush. And this foundation is really nice for this look because it's kind of medium to full coverage while still looking very skin-like, which I enjoy. After I apply my foundation with the brush, as always, you guys know I like to go in with my damp beauty blender just to make sure that everything is nice and blended, especially around my nose. Product tends to collect there, so I like to make sure that everything is nice blended. So then I move on to concealer. I'm using the Rare Beauty concealer and I'm applying that on any breakouts just to add a little bit more coverage there, under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose and my forehead, and then I go ahead and blend that out with the damp beauty blender as well. Then to set my concealer, I'm taking the RCMA No Color Powder and I'm just applying that on a precision brush by KVD Beauty, and I'm applying that to any areas where I may have applied the concealer just to make sure that it does not move and it's nice and set throughout the day. Then for bronzer, I'm taking the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer and I'm applying that to the outer portion of my face, you know, typically where we would apply our bronzer. And this is going to start adding some warmth to the face and some color back into our skin. So I mainly apply this on the backs of my cheekbones, around my forehead, my temples, sides of my nose, and under my chin as well. For my blush, I'm using a Note Beauty blush, and this is a really pretty orangey ginger snap kind of shade. Now this is an old blush that I found in my collection that I thought would look really nice with this look, so unfortunately I don't have the name of the shade, but anything in your collection that looks similar would go really nice with this eyeshadow. Sort of like a pumpkin spice kind of shade. It goes really nicely because it's nice and warm and pretty neutral, not too, you know, noticeable. Then I'm taking, for my highlight, I'm taking my Tarte highlighting palette, and I'm taking the really strong shade, the really blinding shade from the palette, and I'm applying that with a Morphe highlighting brush. Any highlight that you may have that's a little bit stronger, a little bit more shimmery would go nicely with this look, just because it's kind of glam and our highlight needs to be glam to go with our glam eyes, right? Then moving on to our eyebrows. Now we are going to do our eyebrows a little stronger for this look as well, because they really need to frame our eyes. So after brushing them out with a spoolie to make sure that they're brushed in place, I'm going to take my Smashbox matte Brow Tech pencil, and I'm mainly just filling in my brows and brushing through them with a spoolie as well to make sure that the product is nicely blended. And if you notice, I start sort of at the bottom of the brow and work my way upwards, and then when I get to the front of the brow, I sort of do upward strokes just to make sure that the front of the brow looks a little bit more natural. We don't like it to look too harsh. But yeah, so do your brows a little bit stronger than you normally would, just a little bit more filled in, because it goes really nicely with the eyeshadow. Then I'm taking my Makeup Forever brow gel and I'm running that through the brows. It just gives a fuller look to our eyebrows and makes sure that they are set for the rest of the day. Then with a flat eyeshadow shader brush, I'm taking Matte Aura and I'm applying that to my brow bone as our brow bone highlight. And for our bottom lash line, I'm taking a small shading brush and I'm mixing Matte Ritual and Matte Memory, and I'm applying that really close to where we applied our liner on our waterline. And this is just going to help smoke out our bottom lash line so that everything looks nice and smoky and dramatic. Then I'm taking Shimmer Aura on a small pencil brush and I'm applying that to the inner corners of our eyes as our inner corner highlight. Then I'm taking Clinique High Impact Waterproof Mascara and I'm applying that to our bottom lashes. And I like to use a waterproof mascara for my bottom lashes just because it will ensure that the mascara lasts all day and it won't rub off or anything like that if my eyes do get watery throughout the night. Now for a lipstick, I am mixing 3 different shades. I know, extra, right? So first I'm applying MAC Snob to the lips because I wanted something a little bit pinky, but Snob by itself is a little bit too bright pink. So then I mix it in with NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is a really nice medium pink shade. And since I didn't want it to be matte, I did want it to be glossy, I went ahead and over top of both of those shades, I mixed in NYX Butter Gloss in shade Fortune Cookie, and that just adds a little bit of gloss and also nudes it out a little bit, which I think looks really beautiful with this look. And that is the end of the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. Any products used will be linked down in the description box below. Some may be affiliate links, but I will disclose which ones they are. And if you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me. And also share with any family members or friends. That will help me out a lot. But thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!